Luna, feeling frustrated by the growing monotony in her marriage, came up with an unexpected solution. One day, after returning home from work, she announced to her husband, Tom, that she was taking a week off, not just from her job, but from their marriage. Tom was taken aback. Luna explained that she felt their marriage had become too routine, like a job, where she had to be dependable and keep him happy. She admitted that their relationship, particularly in the bedroom, had become stale. Luna believed that time apart would help reignite the passion in their marriage, just as taking a vacation can rejuvenate a person's energy for their work. She suggested that Tom could do whatever he wanted while she was gone, and that she would do the same, without either of them holding it against the other. Luna believed this break would help them both appreciate each other more. Tom, however, was shocked and angered by the idea. He had never agreed to anything like this when they married, and being told without notice made it feel even more absurd. But Luna dismissed his objections, telling him she didn't need his permission to go on the trip and that the arrangements had already been made. She revealed that she had moved most of their money into an account under her name and even got a credit card, ensuring that Tom couldn't sabotage her trip by cutting off financial access. Luna casually mentioned that she was going with her boyfriend and suggested Tom find someone to have fun with while she was gone. She was confident that this break would ultimately strengthen their marriage. Before leaving, Luna offered Tom a chance to have farewell sex with her, but when she returned from shopping, she found that Tom had left. Luna wasn't too surprised and assumed he was just sulking. She believed that once he cooled off, he'd come around and apologize for his overreaction. A week later, after enjoying her trip with her boyfriend, Luna returned home, expecting everything to return to normal. However, she quickly realized that Tom was gone, and it wasn't just a temporary absence. His car was gone, and upon checking the house, she found that many of his belongings were missing. She initially thought he was throwing a tantrum, but assumed that once he realized how much he stood to lose in a divorce, he would come back, apologize, and they would move on. Luna was even prepared to take him to bed and make up for lost time. As the days went by, though Tom didn't return, Luna began to feel the weight of his absence, especially as little things, like the lack of coffee waiting for her in the morning, started to disrupt her routine. Frustrated, she tried to call Tom, only to find that his phone number had been disconnected. Realizing he might be playing dirty, she decided to reach out to his office, hoping to track him down. At that moment, Luna began to understand that Tom might not come back so easily, and the consequences of her decision to take a break from their marriage were becoming more real than she had expected. Luna attempts to contact her estranged husband, Tom, by calling his office, but his secretary is cold and unhelpful. When Luna questions the sudden change in policy regarding Tom's availability, the secretary curtly reveals that Tom himself instructed her to withhold information. Frustrated, Luna hangs up, bitterly concluding that Tom might be with someone new to make her jealous. Luna had hoped that by taking time off from their marriage, Tom wouldn't rush into someone else's arms. But now it seems like he's playing along with her annual leave from marriage idea, leaving her with mixed feelings. On the one hand, she believes they are now even, but on the other, it stings that Tom might be moving on. Her frustration soon deepens when she tries to use her credit card at a restaurant, only to find it declined. An ATM similarly refuses to give her cash, and when she goes to the bank, the shocking truth comes to light. Her personal accounts have been emptied. Upon investigation, the bank shows Luna signed documents, supposedly giving Tom full access to her new accounts. What's even more disturbing is that the paperwork contains a perfect replica of her signature and a driver's license with all of Luna's details, but someone else's photo. Despite her protests, the bank staff suggests that she report the matter to the police if she suspects fraud, implying that nothing more can be done on their end. Angry and heartbroken, Luna realizes that Tom is behind the scheme. Not only has he abandoned her, but he has also manipulated the system to steal her identity and funds. She reports the case to the police, filing complaints for theft, identity fraud, and forgery. However, the police struggle to make progress, citing a lack of leads and actionable information. With her finances depleted and unable to hire a private investigator or lawyer, Luna takes matters into her own hands. She reaches out to Tom's family and friends, hoping someone will help her locate him, but their responses are frustratingly similar. "I have no idea where he is, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you." Feeling increasingly cornered, Luna faces the harsh reality that she can no longer maintain the house on her own. Desperate, she considers selling it, only to discover that she can't legally do so since the house is jointly owned with Tom. To complicate things further, she learns that filing for divorce based on abandonment isn't an option yet, as not enough time has passed. She is advised to proceed with a standard divorce, but doing so would mean losing the house. With no viable solutions left, Luna declares bankruptcy to escape her mounting debts and get a fresh start. On the day of her move, just when she feels she's hit rock bottom, a letter arrives. One that changes everything. The letter is from Tom, and it's a detailed confession filled with venom and malice. He accuses Luna of assuming that he would wait for her to return from her fling, as though she believed he had no other options. He reminds her of his profession. He's a defense attorney, experienced in representing counterfeiters and forgers. Through his work, he crossed paths with some highly skilled criminals, including one woman who made a lasting impression on him. After the woman served her sentence, Tom tracked her down, initially raising her suspicions. She thought he might be setting her up for another arrest, but he reassured her that wasn't his intent. When she opened up about her struggles, torn between returning to crime or becoming a prostitute, Tom made her an offer she couldn't refuse. In exchange for her help forging Luna's identity, Tom promised to give her a fresh start. She agreed, on the condition that Tom take her with him when he left Luna, setting them both up with new identities. After spending a night with the forger, Tom was convinced that the plan was worth it. The woman produced a flawless driver's license in Luna's name, but with her own photograph. Armed with the fake ID, she gained access to Luna's bank accounts and withdrew everything. Because no one at the bank knew Luna personally, they didn't question the slight difference in appearance. Initially, Tom claims, his plan was to respond to Luna's annual leave with a sabbatical of his own. He had intended to return her money after a year, once they had both cooled off. But his bitterness grew when he recalled the way she treated him the day she left. Any inclination he had toward reconciliation vanished. Now, after spending time with his new girlfriend, the talented forger, Tom has decided not to return, not to pursue a divorce, and not to give Luna a second chance. He ends the letter with a cutting remark. "Since you like comparing marriage to a job, consider yourself dismissed. This story is a dark tale of betrayal, manipulation, and revenge." Luna's initial attempt to take some time away from her marriage backfires spectacularly, revealing just how deeply Tom resents her. Tom's actions are not just those of a hurt spouse, but of a calculating and vindictive man who uses his professional knowledge to exact revenge. Rather than confronting Luna or seeking a healthy resolution, Tom partners with a criminal to destroy her financially and emotionally. His cold, legalistic language in the letter reflects how detached and cruel he has become. He sees his marriage as a transaction, one he terminates with the phrase, "Consider yourself dismissed." Luna's predicament is especially tragic because she's not only betrayed by her husband, but also finds herself powerless to fight back. With her finances wiped out and legal options limited, she's forced to declare bankruptcy. Meanwhile, Tom has moved on, enjoying a new life with the very person who helped him ruin Luna's. The ending leaves Luna with no closure and a sense of profound loss, not just of her marriage, but also her identity and security. Tom's final act of revenge is not just to leave her, but to ensure she's left with nothing. This tale highlights the devastating consequences of betrayal and how far some people will go to exact revenge when love turns to hatred. It's a chilling reminder of the emotional and financial devastation that can follow when trust is broken, with the twist that Tom's revenge is as calculated as it is cruel.